Three Appleton men are behind bars tonight, facing charges of being felons in possession of firearms. The U.S. District Attorney's Office calling Zachary Sternhagen, Kong Vang, and Corey Yant career criminals. Yant and Sternhagen could face 15 years to life in prison. Vang is facing up to 10 years. And that leads us to new developments on a gun shop burglary we told you about earlier this year. The owner of that Oshkosh shop believes the men just arrested may have ties to his business. NBC 26's Eric Crest has the latest.
When John's sports shop was broken into Memorial Day weekend, he offered a reward that exceeded the value of the guns stolen. And the tips, they started coming in. Tonight, he believes those tips ultimately helped the Department of Justice with their case against those three Appleton men. Although when I asked about a connection between the men and the burglary, investigators told me they couldn't comment. When the Department of Justice began their investigation into these three men, it was within weeks of John's sports shop being broken into.
There were a total of 9 handguns that we confirmed with alcohol, tobacco, and firearms that were taken in that burglary.
The Department of Justice has not made a tie between the men and the burglary, but they did confirm all three were found in possession of a firearm, a felony for a convicted felon with a hefty consequence. 2 of the 3 defendants could face a mandatory minimum sentence of 15 years incarceration and up to a life sentence, and a fine of $250,000. A consequence that the owner of John's sports shop says
the ATF has taken a big step here.
Is best dealt with on a federal level.
Hold them very accountable, use the federal laws that are on the books to ensure that we get convictions in federal court with mandated prison times.
And with 2 of those men being called armed career criminals by the Department of Justice, there is some comfort knowing they can't have a gun. According to the indictment, Yant was once charged with conspiracy to commit murder, and Sternhagen was convicted of armed robbery and battery. The 3 men will appear in federal court on November 16th. Eric Crest, NBC 26.